California. "Look at me!" Gavin barked as he grabbed Lexi by the jaw and forced her head up. He stared into her defiant eyes and growled, "You'll pay for what you did to my brother." Lexi raised her brow and snickered with a crooked smile. "Your brother got what was coming to him." Even though his knuckles were sore from the beating he'd already given Lexi, he recoiled his arm back and swung. This time, the back of his hand struck Lexi on the side of her already bruised and bloody face. A varsity ring from his days as a baseball player doing the most damage. She took the hit without wincing. She lifted her gaze and asked, "Is that all you got?" Shocked by her strength and fearless demeanor, he stepped back and looked at the faces of his colleagues. "Who is this bitch?" The three other men in the room shrugged their shoulders. "Just fucking kill her and be done with it," one man said. His name was Lee, and he was Gavin's cousin. "I'm not going to just kill her. That's too easy. I want her to suffer for what she did," Gavin replied. While the men talked, Lexi twisted her arms to test the bindings they had used to secure her arms behind her back. Her ankles were bound to the legs of the chairs, but she could tell they were loose and felt, if she pushed up, she could stand. The pressure from her pregnant belly, though, made the position she was in very uncomfortable. "Are you sure she killed Mike?" Lee asked. Gavin shot Lee a harsh look and replied, "I saw her put this knife in his chest. She stood above him and plunged it in." "She's pregnant, for Christ's sake!" Lee howled in awe at the story Gavin told him about how Lexi fought and killed Mike. "I know she's pregnant, but I'm telling you what I saw." Gavin shot back, spit flying from his mouth. Veins in his neck and temples flared with rage. With the men distracted, Lexi continued to twist her arms and began to feel she could slip out of the bindings on her wrists if given time. She then began to assess the situation. Even if she got free, how would she be able to fight the three men there? She was badly hurt and 9 months pregnant. "Why don't you tell me why you killed my brother?" Gavin asked Lexi, his attention back on her. "You really don't know why?" Lexi replied. "Was it because he was getting familiar with that woman?" Gavin asked as he paced back and forth. He rubbed his right hand and glanced down at his red, swollen knuckles. Still shocked by Lexi's ability to take a beating, he craned his head back and stared at her. Lexi's face was heavily bruised, and she had cuts on her cheek, lip, and right eyebrow. Blood coursed down and was smeared with sweat. "What you call familiar, I call rape." "And so what? Why do you care? Who do you even think you are anyway?" Gavin asked. The truth for him was he hadn't killed her because he found something about her alluring and mysterious. "Just kill her already," Lee snapped. He pulled a pistol from a shoulder holster and pointed it at Lexi's head. The door behind them opened, and in stepped a boy about 10 years old. "Dad?" the boy said, but paused when he saw Lexi sitting strapped to the chair. "Terry, get out of here!" Gavin barked, his finger pointed at the door. Terry stood frozen, his gaze fixed on Lexi. Lexi gave Terry a smile and said, "Best do what your father tells you, unless you want to see him beat a pregnant woman." "Get, boy," Gavin said. He took Terry by the arm and escorted him out of the room. He turned around and addressed Lee. "Put the pistol down. I have no problem killing the bitch, I just..." "Just what?" Lee replied, the pistol still leveled at Lexi's head. "She's pregnant. I don't know if I can kill her and the baby," Gavin confessed. "You won't be. I'll do it," Lee declared, his index finger on the trigger and applying pressure. Gavin placed his hand on Lee's pistol and nudged it down. "No." "Consider it a late-term abortion, then," Lee snarled. "I don't kill babies, and I don't let babies get murdered in my house. Now holster your pistol," Gavin ordered, his tone showing he was in charge. Shoving the pistol back in his holster, Lee sniffed loudly and said, "He was your brother, not mine anyway." He turned and exited the room. "And how do you feel about it?" Gavin asked the third man. His name was Roger, and he too was a cousin. "I'm with you. We have a code here. We don't murder babies," Roger said, his chest puffed out.